Imagine waking up to a $5,000 fine for a fence you built on your own land. Your dream of a little farm slapped with a violation notice by an HOA president who thinks she's the queen of your neighborhood. That's exactly what happened to me, standing in my yard in Crestwood Pines, Tennessee, watching Patricia Langston, our HOA dictator, demand I tear down my fence or lose everything. But when I turned her own rulebook against her, exposing a dirty secret that made her perfect community stink, literally, 3 million people watch her empire crumble, and now she's trading her power suits for an orange jumpsuit she didn't pick out. My name's Lucas Bennett, 35, a warehouse stalker who spent years saving every dime to buy a plot on the edge of Crestwood Pines. Not for the cookie-cutter suburb life, but for a mini ranch I'd dreamed of since I was a kid, sketching cows and chickens in a cramped apartment. Back in high school, they called me Luke the livestock loser for talking about farming instead of chasing big careers, but those taunts just fueled me. Last year, I finally got my land. 5 acres, perfect for my vision. A few hens, a horse, maybe some goats. The first months were magic. I built coops by hand, welcomed 4 chickens, Mabel, Pecky, not in Sir Clux-a-Lot, and a sweet mare named Daisy. Neighborhood kids stopped by to pet Daisy, collect eggs, and I felt like I was living that 8-year-old's dream. Then I built a simple wooden fence, nothing fancy, just sturdy posts to keep Daisy in and give the place a real farm feel. I spent weeks getting it right, measuring every inch, proud of every splinter. 3 days later, my world turned upside down. An envelope in my mailbox, all official with the HOA's fancy logo, hit me like a punch. Violation of Regulation 15C. Unapproved fencing materials. $500 fine. Remove fence within 48 hours or face legal action. I'm staring at it, hands still dirty from feeding the chickens, thinking my land, my fence, my rules. I check my deed, the HOA bylaws. Nothing bans wooden fences. In fact, they allow fencing suitable for property use. I march to the HOA office, a bland building reeking of toner and despair. And there's Patricia, 50, hair like a helmet, perched behind her desk like she's judging a pageant. "Lucas," she says before I can speak, "I see you're here about your little shoe." I keep it cool. "It's my property, Patricia. The deed says I can farm, and the fence is part of that." She laughs, sharp and cold. "Crestwood Pines isn't a barnyard, Mr. Bennett. Your hillbilly hobbies tanking our property values. Take it down, pay up, or you'll regret it." Her signature on the notice looks shaky, the letterhead slightly off, small details, but they nag at me. I leave, not backing down, but knowing this isn't just about a fence anymore. It's about a bully who thinks she owns my dreams. The local news catches wind, Crestwood fence fight, and suddenly my fence is on TV, splitting neighbors. Some love it, saying it's charming. Others, Patricia's cronies, gripe about rural eyesores. I'm on my porch, stroking Mabel, muttering, "You're not taking this from me." Next morning, Patricia's at my gate with 2 board members, pointing at my fence like it's a crime scene. 48 hours, Lucas, she snaps. "Tick-tock, or you lose it all." Her all chills me, but I notice her hand shaking, her eyes darting. She's hiding something. That night, I dig into county records online, and my jaw drops. Regulation 15C, the one nailing me, was added 2 weeks before my fence, without the required 2/3 homeowner vote. Patricia sneaked it through a board-only meeting, breaking her own bylaws. I'm thinking, gotcha, but I need more. I call my neighbor, Javier Ruiz, a mechanic who got fined $400 for a gaudy cactus. "She's done this before," he says, frustrated. "My cousin's a clerk at town hall," says Patricia's got the mayor in her pocket. Javier's daughter, Zoe Vega, 16, overhears, check the HOA's public forum. People mess up and post private stuff. That's my spark. At 1 a.m., I'm combing the forum and find a gold mine. An email chain labeled Bennett Issue. Confidential. Left public by mistake. Patricia wrote, "Added 15C to stop the far nonsense. Used emergency clause. Skipped vote. Clerk won't notice." Another board member asked, "Is this legal?" Patricia's reply, "Legal enough. Forge the council sign-off if we must. No pigs in my neighborhood." My hands shake. She admitted a fraud. I print it all, but there's more. Vague mentions of Phase 2 if I don't comply, something about sewer easements. I'm not sure what it means, but it's big. The next day, I buy 5 gallons of neon green paint. No rule against fence color. And turn my fence into a glowing middle finger. I post it online, #GreenRanch, and it explodes, 500 shares by noon. Channel 5's back, calling it Fence Feud 2.0, and Patricia shows up, livid. You're mocking us. I grin, leaning on my radioactive fence. Just following the rules, ma'am. No color bans in the bylaws. She storms off, and Javier, sipping coffee, laughs. She's gonna blow, man. What's next? I'm thinking pigs, but I keep that to myself. I hit the town hall, meeting Clara Hensley, a 62-year-old clerk with a grudge against Patricia for humiliating her over a typo at a council meeting. Agricultural permit? Clara says, eyes gleaming when I mention Patricia. Your land zoned AG from way back. Let's make it official. She fast-tracks my application, and I'm approved to run a farm complete with livestock rights. I add 2 goats, Chewy and Nibble, and 2 rescue pigs, Ham and Cheese, big, muddy hogs that love a good oink. The kids go wild, neighbors bring scraps, and my farm's a hit, but a sewer smell near my property's edge bugs me. It's not my animals. I keep things clean, but it's bad like rotten eggs. I tell Clara, who digs deeper and calls me. Patricia's running a scam. Meet me. At Javier's, Clara drops a bomb. Invoices from Crestwood Waste Solutions, a fake company Patricia owns, billing the HOA thousands for disposal, while her husband's firm dumps construction waste in the sewer. Emails show they've been pocketing the cash, and my farm's water testing rights could expose it. That's why she's desperate to shut me down. I'm floored. It's not about property values. It's about covering her tracks. I apply to rezone the HOA's adjacent lot as a pig pen, calling it Langston Legacy Swine Sanctuary, legal thanks to a 1970s survey glitch. Zoe's memes go viral, and the notice to residents is Patricia choking on her coffee. She sues me for emotional distress and public nuisance, aiming to bleed me dry. A slick smear video, Concerned Citizens, paints my farm as a disaster, sparking hate online. I'm shaken, sitting with my chickens, staring at my old sketches, wondering if I've gone too far. Zoe shows up, laptop glowing. We fight lies with truth. We film me with the animals, telling my story, the bullied kid, the double shifts, the joy my farm brings. This isn't about chaos, I say, voice breaking. It's about a place where dreams don't get fined. Zoe posts it, #MyDreamMatters, and it's a tidal wave. 3 million views, support flooding in, pro bono lawyers calling. Patricia's next move is a fake environmental report claiming my farm pollutes groundwater, but my tests point to the sewer. At an emergency HOA meeting, she pushes a livestock ban, but Javier tables it, and the crowd chants, "Save the farm." Patricia flees, her control slipping. The courthouse hearings a circus, supporters with signs, news crews, Zoe live streaming. My lawyer, Mia Chun, lays out the forged signatures, fake invoices, dumping photos. I testify about my dream, the sewer stench, Patricia's fraud. Clara seals it, exposing bribes and embezzlement. Patricia cracks, screaming, I gave them perfection. You brought pigs. Her rant, I cut corners for the greater good, is a confession. The judge, Patricia Hoffman, slams her. Lawsuit dismissed. Marcus gets damages. Board dissolved. Patricia barred from HOA roles. Criminal probe ordered. The crowd roars, and Patricia's led away, dazed, her empire dust. 2 weeks later, I'm grilling at the biggest barbecue Crestwood scene, pigs and bow ties, kids laughing, neighbors swapping stories. Javier toasts to Lucas, who showed us homes more than rules. Clara's new board bans fake fees, and my swine sanctuary's approved, a muddy jab at Patricia. She got probation, community service with an HOA reform group, and her scams exposed. She was planning to grab my land sheep via a shell company. I'm with Daisy, pigs snorting, fence now a soft brown, thinking about that 8-year-old kid who never gave up. But Mia's email says 3 towns want our help. One's got an HOA banning garden gnomes. I'm in, because dreams don't stop at one fence. Crestwood's ours now, but someone's always waiting to play king. I'm keeping my sketches close. What's your take? Was Patricia pure greed? Or did she believe her own greater good lie? Got an HOA tyrant story? Drop in the comments. Let's hear it. Smash that subscribe if you're with me. Crestwood's free, but the fight's never over.